In the heart of San Francisco, from October 1973 to April 1974, a wave of terror swept across the city, leaving an indelible mark on its history. A series of heinous crimes known today as the Zebra Killings held the city in a grip of fear and uncertainty. The initial victims were a couple, subjected to unimaginable horrors. Their lives brutally ended in a shocking act of violence. But the terror was just beginning. The city was soon plunged into a state of panic as the attacks grew in number and brutality. The streets that once buzzed with life became a stage for an unseen predator, and the city's vibrant heartbeat was replaced by a chilling silence. With each passing day, the body count rose, and the city was left in a state of desperate unease. The unknown perpetrators remained hidden in the shadows, their identities a mystery. As the city grappled with the escalating violence, it found itself at the mercy of an unseen enemy. In the midst of this reign of terror, the city was left clutching at straws, desperate for answers. The perpetrators behind these horrific crimes were not random thugs but members of a militant black Muslim group known as the Death Angels. This group was not just a gang or a mere criminal enterprise, they were driven by a twisted ideology, an extremist interpretation of their belief system that led them to target innocent individuals based on race alone. These were not crimes of opportunity or desperation, but a cold-blooded campaign of terror that gripped San Francisco for 6 long months. The Death Angels believed they were on a divine mission, an unholy crusade that was as horrifying as it was bewildering. They thrived on chaos, fear, and the power they wielded over a city held hostage by their violent spree. As the body count rose and the city spiraled into panic, Mayor Joe Alioto made a controversial decision. He ordered a citywide dragnet, a sweeping operation that involved stopping and questioning all black men who fit a certain description. The goal was to flush out the killers, but the dragnet cast a wide and indiscriminate net. This heavy-handed approach sparked outrage, leading to accusations of civil rights abuse. Critics argued that the dragnet was a violation of the Fourth Amendment, which protects against unreasonable searches and seizures. The tension between the desperate need for safety and the preservation of civil liberties created a city on edge, a community torn between fear and anger. The dragnet was eventually halted by a federal court, but the damage was done. The city was left divided, struggling to reconcile the need for justice with the rights of its citizens. It was a stark reminder of the delicate balance between security and freedom, a balance that is often tested in times of crisis. The city was in turmoil, both from the killings and the controversial response of the authorities. As the Death Angels continued their reign of terror, San Francisco was caught in a vortex of violence and controversy, a city under siege from within and without. The turning point in this gruesome saga came when one of the Death Angels saw himself in composite sketches and decided to turn himself in. This unexpected twist led to the unraveling of the horrifying network behind the Zebra Killings. The subsequent arrests and convictions of 4 suspects brought a sigh of relief to the city that had been living under a cloud of terror for months. The aftermath of the killings left deep scars on the city and its residents. The citywide dragnet ordered by Mayor Joe Alioto, which involved stopping and questioning all black men fitting a certain description, had led to accusations of civil rights abuse. This practice was eventually ended by a federal court, but not without leaving a lasting impact on the community. The Zebra Killings also spurred conversations about racial tensions and the need for better understanding and unity among different racial and ethnic groups in the city. The city, like a phoenix, rose from the ashes of this tragedy, learning, growing, and striving to create a safer and more inclusive environment for all its residents. The Zebra Killings, a chapter of San Francisco's history that was as terrifying as it was transformative, finally came to an end. The Zebra Killings, despite their impact and significance, remain a relatively forgotten chapter in San Francisco's history. This obscurity can be largely attributed to the racially sensitive nature of these crimes. The murders were not only brutal but also ignited a spark of racial tension that the city hadn't seen before. The citywide dragnet that followed, involving the stopping and questioning of black men fitting a certain description, led to accusations of civil rights abuse. This chapter in San Francisco's history is a stark reminder of how fear can lead to the erosion of civil liberties. The legacy of the Zebra Killings continues to influence the city's approach to crime and racial tensions. It serves as a reminder of the importance of maintaining a balance between upholding justice and protecting civil rights, a delicate dance that every city must master. It's a lesson that has been learned the hard way, but one that has undoubtedly shaped San Francisco's policies and attitudes towards such issues. The zebra killings serve as a chilling reminder of a time when fear and violence gripped the heart of San Francisco, a story that must not be forgotten in the annals of true crime.